This episode of Casual Friday is brought to you by Dollar Shave Club. I feel like the first word I ever heard you mispronounce on purpose was Wu-Tang Clan.
No. Oh my god, I forgot about that one. That's a Wu-Tang Clan. I'm so ready for summer to be over already. It's like one day in.
Yeah, we're in the 3 hot days in San Francisco.
Yeah.
And
I know, I wish for it like most of the year, and then we get it, and then I'm like, why did I want this? This is terrible.
It's also a crappy time of year because it's like you get, not video game fatigue, but like the lack of fatigue. It's like fatigue from video game fatigue, where nothing is coming out at all, and you're just bored as shit all the time.
It's weird, man. It's what's weirdest to me about it, and I guess it's not that crazy, but it happens every year, and I'm never prepared for it. Like, there's always this drought from like the spring well into the summer of just like nothing happening.
I always think it's going to be like, oh, this year there's going to be games coming out like every day for an entire year. It's going to be really cool.
Because when we're coming out of the winter, that is the way it is. Like, for those months in the year, at the end of the year, we're like, oh my god, all right, what are the 5 games coming out this week?
Yeah,
and then it just stops.
A lot of companies plan to release games during the summer, and then those end up getting pushed back.
Yeah. Everything's holiday
and also,
or winter.
And there's tons of games that I see scheduled for around springtime, and they always get pushed, further. Like, oh, I guess we'll just wait for E3. And
yeah, let's go ahead and enjoy our summer.
Yeah.
Before
That's probably
E3
what the developers
happens to
are
us.
saying.
E3 isn't something you do. E3 is something that happens to you.
Yeah, it's absolutely true.
You know what I think, though? I think maybe this year's drought is legitimately worse than years past because we're right at the start of a console cycle.
Yeah.
And all these developers have only had the new hardware in their hands for maybe 2 years at the most.
Right.
So
whereas other like game development for like prior to this console generation was staggered because people would just be making games when they like came up with the idea.
Right now, the first real wave of Xbox One and PS4 games, I feel like, are in the process of being made.
Yeah.
And that's exaggerating and emphasizing the summer drought and the spring summer drought.
Also seems to be a time when like a lot of indie games get released. Like they have the Summer of Arcade, PSN, the PSN whatever it's called thing that they do. That's just like Summer of Arcade. And then like we've got games like Transistor.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so excited for it.
Yeah, all of the smaller games are coming out in the summer, which is good because, I mean, I typically in years past I sort of reserve the summer for getting into like MMOs or something like that. It's a good time to get into them because there's not much else going on. WildStar's coming out in June, for instance. Right. People are really excited about that. I haven't decided if I'm excited about it yet. I want to try it out.
I was really excited about that game. I remember like hearing about it for the first time. I really liked the humor and the cartoony element of it. I got so burnt out on the fact that it's still an MMO. I don't know.
I think there are 2 kind of things you can do with this void, right? You can use them to play the games that you missed from like the winter or whatever, when that tidal wave comes and you miss stuff. The other thing you can do, though, is kind of play games that I think you might not have the time to get around to normally. I've been playing this game called Hero Blaster, which is by Studio Pixel, the one-man team who did Cave Story. And it's like this fantastic little, very like small, only a few hours long platformer on PC and iOS that has actually weirdly great iOS controls. But it's the type of thing that I would have been like, oh yeah, no, I like Pixel, but I don't have time to play that right now normally.
Yeah.
But because there's nothing else, like I'm playing that on all my bus rides, and because there's like nothing on the 3DS or Vita to play.
It is a good time to expand your horizons and check out stuff. Like, come fall, I'm just like, oh, I have to review this and this and this. I don't have time for anything else. I've also been catching up on The Walking Dead and Wolf Among Us, too.
Oh, yeah.
Always like, if I have a spare night to game, I'll be like, oh, I'm sure one of these episodes came out. And sure enough, episode 3 just came out.
That's the cool thing about episodic content is that you have a little more choice in how you consume it. You can binge watch it.
I so wish more games did that.
And remember, there was a while when everyone thought that was the future. Like there was Half-Life Episode 1, and a few years later there was the Sonic 4 Episode 1, and like there was a while when episodic games were the hotness, and people.
Well,
thought
it needs
that
to be
was
appropriate for the content.
Yeah.
I mean, I mean,
story-driven games.
Exactly, very heavily narrative. Driven games, I think, make sense.
Yeah.
And then because you can each episode can have like a beginning, a middle, and end.
Yeah.
I mean,
like
they're
a
narrative
TV show.
I think there are games that are story heavy that wouldn't work for. You very much have to construct the story in that way. Like I put down
it has to be intentional.
Right, you have to divide it up into
not just in post.
chapters.
Like, okay, now let's chop it up.
Totally, because I put down Mass Effect 3 after like about the halfway point or 3/4 point of that game. Tried to pick it up 6 months later, like no idea what was going on whatsoever.
No, not at all.
It's weird how stories work.
It works. I think part of the reason that stuff like The Wolf Among Us works so well is because they're based on comic books. So there's naturally sort of segmented, which helps.
Right,
Yeah.
they sort of styled themselves out of that. How are you liking season 2 of The Walking Dead, by the way?
I love it. I haven't played episode 3 yet. I was going to do that actually tomorrow night, or tomorrow at work if I don't have anything else going on.
Tara, it's Friday, tomorrow's Saturday. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh my God. All today I was thinking that today was Thursday and that tomorrow was Friday, and it turns out I was wrong, and I have to live in this hot-ass hellscape for another 2 days. So hot.
I should get into The Walking Dead. I actually haven't played any of them after just the first one.
Oh, really?
But
The first episode or the first season?
first episode, actually.
Oh,
I only played
really?
the first episode. And
That's funny.
Well, because when it came out, there's a ton of other stuff that I was already playing. So I should take advantage of this drought a bit. And,
I think
and play
season 2
those.
is better than season 1.
Really? That
Really?
makes me want to play season 2.
I'm enjoying it more. I feel like the setting is more interesting,
Yeah.
weirdly. And maybe it's just because I'm more invested now.
Yeah.
Because season 1 I played all the way straight through too, and with season 2 I've been playing the episodes as they come out, which has also built up my hype a little bit more.
Yeah, I think being in the Walking Dead universe for more than 3 hours at a time is a big ask emotionally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty draining. And I like you, played episode 1 and didn't touch the rest of them for a while, but then I sort of came
And not
back to
because
them.
it wasn't good, just because I didn't have time for
Totally.
it when it
But,
came out.
Season 1 is absolutely worth finishing.
Yeah.
I think episode 3 is incredible, and episode 4 is incredible, and episode 2 is terrifying.
Have
And
either
pretty-
of you played Wolf Among Us?
I played some of episode 1 and I didn't finish it because I was playing it on like an old 360 that was like
Yeah.
falling apart and making horrible noises, like wheels were spinning off and
Oh, dear.
flying through my house.
Seems like a
practically.
hazard.
Yeah, but I have it on PC now and I want to try it again now that I have a system.
Both
that
of
can
you should
games.
play it. I think
I played
both
the
of you would
first
really
episode.
like it.
I like the art style. I like
The
that
art
it's
style is good.
the setting is cool too. Like how many games we play set in this like neon
Yeah.
80s-ish.
I'd never I didn't read the comics or anything, so I wasn't familiar with the story beforehand. But like, I really, really like it.
I like the aesthetic and the look and I like a lot of it, but I did find the story a little predictable.
Really?
A little bit.
But I mean, you can never say anything is predictable in episode 1 of a 5-part.
Totally. I mean, you're right, and you're right. And I mean, I have no idea, who like the killer is and stuff like that. But I mean, I guess like I wasn't surprised by a lot of the outcomes of the decisions I was making.
Well, a lot of those outcomes change in the.
I'm sure they
following
do,
episodes.
and I should play more of it for passing
interesting.
judgment.
Summer, perfect time to do it.
Yeah.
I know.
You
Instead,
have
my
no
brother
excuses.
is forcing me to play Dota 2 and get really good at it.
Oh,
so
no.
we
Forget
can.
that.
There will
so
be
we
no
can-
more
Walking
room in
Dead.
your life for any other
Wolf
games.
Among Us.
I know. He's like, yeah, we're gonna be on a competitive team now, and you have to get good enough to play with us. And it's
Well-
like, okay, fine.
At the expense of turning this into an all Telltale-based Casual Friday, what do you guys think of that Borderlands game that they're doing?
Yeah, I just saw the first screenshots of that. It looks really good.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like a Borderlands game done with Telltale mechanics. which
Totally,
is cool.
yeah. And I do think
Oh,
that
yeah.
that universe is pretty interesting.
I trust both of those developers enough that I feel like if they collaborated, it would be a really good thing.
Yeah, I think.
It's been a while since Telltale put out a bad game.
Yeah, which is weird because there was a
'Cause
much
they
longer
started,
time
yeah.
where they were putting out only bad games.
Yeah.
It's a good fit because there's so much good writing in Borderlands. to
That's
begin
also
with,
true.
That it's pretty cool to just take advantage of that.
And you can also tell a very different story when the player doesn't have to constantly be shooting everyone all the time. Like that enables them to explore that universe in a way that a first-person shooter just wouldn't let them. You know?
Mm-hmm. Is that going to be out before the end of the summer?
I don't know if they have a date on that, but probably not before the end of the summer, right? Save it
Well,
for summer
first
2015.
episode maybe. I don't know.
They've got so many
Just
shows.
want things to play.
Yeah,
I'm getting sick of Hearthstone and FTL.
that's still like my nightly ritual, though. Lie in bed at night, play a game of FTL before I go to bed. It ends up lasting like an hour and a half. Go to bed way too late. Wake up Sunday morning.
Yeah.
Play Hearthstone until I
Yeah.
can't play Hearthstone anymore. That's my weekend.
I play Fire Emblem before I go to bed.
Are you still playing
Really?
Fire Emblem?
Yeah.
Whoa,
That's a good before
awesome.
bed game.
Yeah. It's been a lot of fun. I was playing FTL before bed. Now
Who are
I
you
switched
shipping?
to-
Who are your favorite characters? Who do you want to make kiss?
The somewhat tomboy girl with the sword.
Anna? No,
Yeah.
Anna's the sales girl.
Yeah, no,
I know
not
you're
her.
talking about.
The Sully,
Sully.
and Crom.
Interesting. I kind of hate Chrom. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. You know who I ship is Sully from Fire Emblem and Sully from Uncharted.
Okay.
I want to see them hook up. The
Yes.
old weird man and the horseback
We
girl
should
from
do an entire Casual Friday on our dream
our OTPs.
video game romances.
Yeah, video game OTPs.
Yes. I want that.
It will happen.
Maybe. If games keep not coming out, then yeah, that will probably happen.
God, I only know. So many.
No, save it for the future episode next week.
All right.
Sonic and Tails,
I want you
obviously,
to really think
right?
about this.
I'm thinking.
Sonic and Tails, they're
Sonic-
both
What?
boys.
You're right, that would be illegal.
Oh, actually, yeah.
You
I don't know
got,
how that would even work biologically speaking.
it's great, no risk.
I feel like a
no risk of
hedgehog is
pregnancy.
probably a pretty risky bet to have sex with.
Kane
There's a cold
from
open.
Kane from Diablo and newest Tomb Raider Lara Croft.
I don't really care for that.
I feel like he could be her
Hello.
dad.
Hello, Laura. Suck.
No! Stop. That's not even fan fiction.
I'm done. Sorry, guys. I'm out.
It's more of a Sean Connery, actually. Than...
Forget I said anything about summer romances.
Hey, speaking of summertime, you may have noticed that it's really, really disgustingly hot in some parts of the country, and it might be time to shave off that beard you accidentally grew. That's where Dollar Shave Club comes in. Dollar Shave Club aims to solve one problem: buying razors sucks. You gotta go to the store, get the key to the plastic razor fortress, and then shell out $20 for a ridiculous piece of shave tech that you don't even need. Thank goodness there's a new company that's doing away with all that ridiculousness. For a few bucks a month, Dollar Shave Club ships amazing razors and other bathroom gear right to your door. The blades are just as good as the big shave company's blades, but at a fraction of the price. Some of the other products include Dr. Carver's Easy Shave Butter for making your shave even buttery smoothier, and One Wipe Charlie's butt wipes for your butt. They got peppermint action going, they're great. Shave time, shave money, and join today at dollarshaveclub.com/casualfriday. All right, Tara, I'm gonna read you a word, and I want you to pronounce it in your iconic way. Ready?
Okay.
Pac-Man,
Pac-Man.
asbestos,
Asbestos.
safari,
Safri.
Wu-Tang Clan,
Wootenclin.
stalagmite,
Stalagmite.
stalactite,
Stalactite.
cold cuts,
Wait, is that really one?
cold cuts.
Cold cuts?
That's not
It's
good.
not that great, no.
Treasure trove,
Treasure trove. Treasure trove.
Japantown,
Japanton. That's one of my favorites.
bird bath,
Birdbith. Also one of my favorites.
adventure time.
Adventureton?
Okay, not bad. Trespassing.
Trespassing. That's just how British people say it.
Yeah, a lot of these are just the
Trespassing.
British way. Crack pipe.
Crack poop.
Water.
It sounds so cute.
It does. It's so cute.
Crack pipe. Watergate.
Watergate.
Why is rusty trombone on here?
No, I know why. Hold on, let me think.
It's like a math problem with words that she's
Yeah.
solving.
It is.
Your long division on the
Restitrumben.
doesn't even sound like English. Sperm count.
Spermkind. No, that sounds bad.
That's funny.
Well, a lot of these got really sexual. New car smell.
Nukersmall.
Chat room.
Chatrum.
Podcast.
Podcast.
Smoked salmon.
Smoked salmon.
Smoked salmon.
Smoked salmon.
PlayStation.
PlayStation. No. PlayStation. PlayStation.
Raisin bran.
Raisin bran.
Green screen.
Green screen.
Neutrogena.
Neutrogena.
Banana boat sunscreen.
Wait. That's a long
Is that
one.
too long? Banana boat.
Banana bit.
Bananabbit, I believe is the correct answer.
Banana bit sunscreen.
Microwave.
Microwave.
What?
Microwave.
Stationary.
Stationary.
All right, we're just back to British again. Exploratorium.
Oh, that's a hard one.
Love that place.
More syllables, the harder it is. Exploratrium.
Barf.
What?
Barf is on here.
Barf? No, that's one syllable. You can't do it with that.
Vacuum cleaner.
Vacuum cleaner.
Yep. Tinseltown.
Tinselton. Are these even on there?
Where do you get this?
Strawberries.
Strawberries. I feel like the ones at the beginning were better. What was the really funny one that I came up with the other day? I don't remember the original word, but I remember the mispronounced
You've
word,
texted
which
me
was
like 10 of them.
interdment. Oh, entertainment. Interdment.
New Hampshire.
New Hampshire.
Wow, that one loses a syllable
Yeah,
in translation.
the H's
good.
are fun ones.
Did we do wind chime?
Windchim?
Vermont.
Vermont.
Lagunitas we already did, right?
Lagunitas. No, we didn't do that.
That's a good one. That's actually one of my favorites.
Lagunitas?
Yeah.
Really?
Right hand man.
Reitman. Another H. Oh man, what was the one that
I'm gonna check our text messages because I know that you've sent me some.
What was the one that I told you earlier that was, hold on, I want to find it. Oh, Latter-day Saints. Liturgisans.
Liturgisans.
Liturgisance sounds like a state of mind.
And-
I've achieved liturgisance.
Actually, it does. It sounds like a legit
Oneness.
word.
And also concubines. Concubines.
That means with Cubans in
Yeah,
Spanish.
so I am a concubine, technically.
And I am concubines.
Wait, no.
Yo soy con los Cubans.
What?
What? Okay.
What did you just say? You're creeping me out right now.
Me hablo español. Muy bueno.
See?
Me gusta tener bebés en el baño.
Yeah, here's a text from June of last year where you said entertainment, interdinments.
Yep.
So, boysenberry,
Boysenberry.
cardboard,
Cardboard.
Max Wink,
Maxwink.
That's the same.
cornstarch.
No, it's not. Cornstarch.
Some of your older ones are, you had like a lull for a while.
I think we got it.